Hello, welcome back to TDM, the Dystopian Man. Get your ledger link in the description. You can also donate to the channel using Bitcoin, Cardano, and Ethereum to the wallets in the description. Please like and subscribe and like. And let's get straight into it. So I've had a bit of a cough lately, I do apologize. Right, okay, so we're going to get into the market. So the market yesterday dropped. We can see that BTC dominance is at 56.67%. The reason why the market dropped yesterday is because we had some macroeconomic data that was actually quite positive. Jobs were in, I think it was a jobs report in America, and it was showing a pretty positive jobs report. Like there was most jobs were going, I can't remember the time frame, but it's pretty positive anyway. So because of the positive jobs report, people are thinking that the Fed aren't going to have to cut rates to pump more money into the market as fast, right? So the market shat itself a bit, right? So as you can see, Bitcoin dropped down to just under 96,000, but again, we seem to be rebounding today. As you can see, everything in the 1 hour is green. So Ethereum, 3,370 XRP for you and me, $2.33. BNB back over $700. Got some interesting news about BNB. Solana under 200. It's crazy because I'm pretty sure I keep seeing it bump up over. It went quite high over 200, but the scam chain continues to grow. Dogecoin got 35 cents. Cardano, lovely to see Cardano back in the top 9 again, top 10, sorry. And Tron. Can't wait for Tron to get out. What do you think? What Tron is not going to stay in the top 10, right? He's not going to stay in the top 10. It's an absolute BS chain. So what do you think is going to get is going to usurp Tron? Put it down in the comments. I'm really interested. But we'll get straight into this anyway. So congratulations to Binance. BNB is now a strategic reserve asset in Bhutan. So Bhutan's Glyphu Mindfulness City pioneers adoption of BTC, ETH, and BNB and other digital assets in the city's strategic reserves. So not only is Bitcoin looking to be SBR, or SR, whatever you want to call it, a strategic Bitcoin reserve, which is we're hearing so much news from all these other places. I'm sure there was another city in America that came out and said they was going to open up an SBR, but I can't remember who it is. And like I said, even now we've got the terminology SBR. You know, I'd never heard that until the other day. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. So I was like, this is, in my opinion, just looking at it, it looks like we're going to get these reserves. So I'm just constantly buying at the moment, trying to front run as much as I can, build my own little Bitcoin stockpile so that when these prices go nuts, we're taking advantage. And if you've been watching this channel, we've been doing this for a long time now, same with XRP. And we're still accumulating XRP because when we look at it, at the moment, the bubble that's surrounding XRP in terms of it explode to the upside is huge, right? It's huge, in my opinion. Like when I think about the amount of things that are there, it's a no-brainer. But anyway, stick on point. So yes, that's great news. More crypto adoption. You know, I watched a Coin Bureau video yesterday that showed it like Nigeria was one of the biggest places for crypto adoption, but it seems to be spreading. And the fact that Bhutan, because we know they've got a lot of their GDP in Bitcoin anyway, the fact that they have now put BNB into the strategic reserve is very impressive. I was reading the post earlier, but I just think it's a bit too long to read to you guys, to be fair. So this is the crypto basic. So the court grants Coinbase's request for immediate appeal in SEC case. So this is great news. We're tired of these idiots, and hopefully as soon as Paul Atkins gets in and Gary Gensler's gone, we will be able to just have better regulations and a better time within crypto. It's been absolutely dreadful. This man, Gary Gensler, has been such a thorn in our sides throughout the past how many years. And it's breaking. It has been breaking. The guy has been an absolute travesty in regards to the crypto industry. And the fact that he's gone, I mean, imagine everybody hating you that much that when you get sacked, it's celebrated. Anyway, let's get into this. So, popular pro XRP legal expert Jeremy Hogan, little Jeremy Hogan, is in the XRP army, reacts to the recent developments in the SEC versus Coinbase lawsuit, where a federal judge granted the exchange interlocutory appeal request. In a startling development, District Judge Catherine Polk Fowler granted Coinbase the request to pursue an interlocutory appeal in its lawsuit against the SEC. The judge paused the remaining part of the case until the Second Circuit addressed the interlocutory appeal. As usual, Coinbase Chief Legal Officer Paul Garral called the public's attention to the development in an X post yesterday. Garral expressed gratitude to the court for granting the exchange motion for leave to pursue an interlocutory appeal. Now, this could be, because I was thinking about this the other day, right? Yesterday. Coinbase, we know they're the custodian for BlackRock. We know they're the custodian for a lot of these big hedge companies, hedge funds, right? What if they're also just looking to start buying Coinbase stock, and this is just a way to keep the price down? We seen what happened, right, with Library, right, when they kept the price down, and then when the judge ruled in their favor, the price exploded. Same with XRP. What do you think is going to happen to the Coinbase stock? So devastated I wasn't buying Coinbase stock because I could have bought it for cheap. But you know what it was? I used the platform, and the platform, in my opinion, is awful. It's dreadful. Like the amount of times I would ring their customer service and get lied to. Oh, there's something wrong with the chain. Like, no, it's not, because I just bought an NFT off the chain. So how come it's your platform, right? So that's why I stopped using Coinbase. Cracker's been pretty good, but I think I'm about to stick with Binance, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think. Do you think they're going to drop the case? Because I think the case is going to get dropped. I think this is all just suppression and manipulation to keep people out of crypto until people who want to fill their pockets with enough fill their pockets with enough. That's my opinion, because we all know the market's manipulated. So yeah. So I mean, this is what I mean. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, right? BTF inflows slump as BTC falls over 5% amid macroeconomic pressures. Why? Like, I don't understand it. Why would, like, if you're just accumulating it, right? Accumulating BTC, and we get some macroeconomic pressures, why would you sell it? It makes no sense to me. So Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency, surged past 102,000 yesterday, sparking renewed optimism among investors, anticipating a market rally ahead of President-elect Donald Trump's upcoming inauguration. However, the gains were short-lived as Bitcoin dropped by 5.7% within 24 hours, weighed down by rising U.S. bond yields. As I said, an investor caution ahead of key economic updates, including the Federal Reserve's meeting minutes and non-farm payroll data. The increase in bond yields has fueled expectation of a more hawkish stance from the Federal Reserve. Officials have already signed plans for only 2 interest rate cuts in 2025, fewer than previously anticipated. Investors are now awaiting the Fed's meeting minutes set to be released on Wednesday, January 8th, so today, for more clarity on policymakers' deliberations. This is why I never listen to the Fed. Anything they say, right, I undershoot it. So if they turned around and said, "Oh, we're going to give you 10 interest rate hikes," I'm saying, okay, we're probably getting about 3 or 4. If they turn around and say, like, "Oh, things aren't that bad, things are going to get, it's not that bad," it's fucking terrible. That's how I kind of see the Federal Reserve. So further pressure on Bitcoin came from a US Labor Department report revealing job vacancies has climbed to a 6-month high, driven by growing demand in the services sector. This is what I was saying earlier. It precedes the crucial non-farm payroll report scheduled for Friday. A stronger than expected jobs report could solidify expectations of prolonged Fed tightening as a resilient labor market may continue to fuel inflationary pressures. So if that does happen, right, because the thing is, constant cuts, we have to come to a certain time where we have constant cuts, right? It's as simple as that. We need to come to a time where we have these sort of constant cuts. So if the Fed increase interest rates and push the market down, I'm just buying again. I'm just going to keep buying and keep buying and keep buying and keep buying. Because even if it comes to a black swan, not going to get afraid of it. Because even when we looked at what happened with a black swan, let's look at the vid, right? When vid happened, had the black swan, market crash, liquidity, 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 liquidity. Everyone's okay again. So I'm just going to keep buying. As long as you've got a 4-year horizon to hold your crypto, can't really see a problem. So the fall in Bitcoin price resulted in inflows of just 52.9 million across the 12 Bitcoin ETFs on January 7th. But it doesn't matter, because that doesn't mean that's just all the Bitcoin that was bought. And just 52.9 million. Just. You know how many Bitcoin that is? So, as expectations of a hawkish stance from the Federal Reserve dampen risk on sentiment among investors. Notably, this figure represents a 94% drop compared to the 987 million inflows recorded the previous day. So, a day before, we had 987 million. The day after, we've had 52.9 million, and it's a problem. Like 52.9 million in a day. Like, is this sort of weirdo news that I call it, where it's like, how is that a bad thing? It doesn't negate, like, the fact they had like 50 something million the day after, does it negate the amount that was coming through before? So according to data from Social Value, BlackRock's IBIT was the only BTC ETF to record an inflow on Tuesday. The asset manager's spot Bitcoin ETF drew in 596 million of inflows, managing to offset the collective outflows seen from the other Bitcoin ETFs. ARK and 21 shares, ARKB, logged the highest outflows of the day with 212 million exiting the fund. Grayscale's two Bitcoin ETFs, tickered GBTC and BTC, also contributed to the negative momentum with 125 million and 130 million outflows respectively. Fidelity'S FBTC reported an outflow of 86 million, while Franklin Templeton's EZBC saw more modest outflows of 5.58 million. The remaining BTC ETF saw zero flows on the day. This is what I mean. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me to see zero flows. You can tell me that Fartcoin can see $1 in a day, right? Fartcoin can see money in a day, but you're telling me Bitcoin ETFs don't? So meanwhile, daily trading volume for these investment products stood at 4.62 billion on Jan 7th, a jump from the 3.96 billion witnessed the day before. Yeah, that's decent. So this is, I saw this and I thought, hey, hang on a minute, let's have a look. So Fidelity'S vision, tokenization, nation state, Bitcoin, and more in 2025, right? So Fidelity Digital Assets released its latest report, and with it, a bullish forecast for the crypto market, with some game changes that might take place in 2025. Crypto tax. The report notes 3 important trends likely to influence the digital asset landscape. Nation state Bitcoin adoption. Yep, I think that's good. Crypto becoming mainstream via structural digital asset products, and tokenization is a killer application. I think what they're going to do, because I don't think if they make Bitcoin part of the SBR, it's going to boost the price. They're not going to want the average Joe to have it, right? Or the average Joe to realize they can have it, I should more say. Because everybody knows they could have bought Bitcoin at 10,000, 20,000, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and still doesn't, right? And there's so many people that don't even know what a blockchain is still. So by using it to back fiat currencies, but not actually saying it, just having it there, I think is what's going to pump the price and keep all these things from collapsing. I've already said that. And then tokenizing everything onto, you already know if you're watching this channel, right? So, nation state Bitcoin adoption to gain momentum. The report throws light on how more countries like Bhutan and El Salvador may be able to add more Bitcoin to their national strategic reserves. According to Fidelity Research analyst Matt Hogan, inflation, currency depreciation, and fiscal deficits create such geopolitical and economic pressures that nation states are really pondering whether they can use BTC as a strategic hedge, he said. It's likely that nation states would begin accumulating in secret. And this is something that there's a channel called Money Rules. Just you go and watch it. It's a great channel. This is something he was advising, saying that these people, they're accumulating now. They're just not saying anything. It's not like everybody's just going to come out and say, "Hey, we're buying Bitcoin. Buy as much so at the same time as this, because when there's none left, that's it." There's only 21 million. If all these people are accumulating, they're not stupid. They know what happens. When that BTC runs out, that price is going to skyrocket, right? So when we talk about accumulating in secret, I think it was with Saudi Arabia and Dubai. I think we were talking about accumulating in secret, and I do think there's a lot more places than that out there. Like I keep saying, we just had Slav Mensen, who's running for Polish president. He's going to get elected in May, saying Bitcoin to the moon. We're looking to do our own SBR if he gets in. So such a geopolitical act could spark a domino reaction, with competing banks and sovereign wealth funds trying to position BTC as an equity compelling reserve asset. Fidelity warns that not adopting BTC might pose implications for greater risk to countries that accepting the very same in an increasing volatile economy. Tokenization, the killer application of 2025. Tokenization is the paradigm shift that would be a game changer, as Fidelity stated that the on-chain value of tokenized assets would increase twofold from 14 billion in 2024 to 30 billion in 2025. Now we've already seen like a money market fund start to be tokenized on the XRP ledger, and they were saying that, I think they were saying something that they expected 2 trillion to be tokenized on the ledger by the end of this year. So yeah, I think Fidelity on something here. It extends beyond cryptocurrencies and encompasses a whole wide range of assets, including car titles, intellectual property, and financial instruments such as treasuries and equities. As an example of how blockchain technology can make these traditional processes run smoothly, Fidelity refers to California's recent move to tokenize car titles on the Avalanche blockchain. So we can see these things are coming into play, which is really positive for us, for all crypto holders. So digital asset products will see a rise. So the report further states that with the launch of several structured digital asset products in 2024, from spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs in 2025, actively managed funds, custom digital asset portfolios, and more options on BTC ETFs might enter the market. They will. This would drive interest in crypto products, so financial structures can add a serious institutional grade offering to crypto and attract more interest from institutional and retail investors alike. So Fidelity thinks that 2025 will be a big year for digital assets to become serious strategic financial tools. This is the year when the chasm of mainstream adoption could be crossed. And if you're here, this is why people are still saying you're early. You're early, right? So just keep buying, doing your thing, and we'll be okay. So spot Bitcoin ETFs attract 1.7 billion of inflows in 4 days. And the reason why I wanted to bring you this, look at what the news we just read from the last Bitcoin news was. Oh, the outflows. Calm down. These products have managed to attract 1.7 billion of inflows in the first 4 days of trading this year, according to analyst Nate Grassi. Right, so I'm not going to go into it even more because you see, but I'm just showing you, like, there's no need to be scared of these outflows because it doesn't negate everything that happened before. You understand? Let's go. So history repeating itself. Crypto is likely to match 2020's growth. So do you recall today emerging cryptocurrencies with robust fundamentals XRP and strong community support XRP present a chance to repeat history. These cheap cryptos with high potential could offer explosive growth. So let's have a look. So this seems like it may just be some pumping thing, right? I did read it before, but I want you to be careful when you're looking at things like this, right? Be very, very careful, right? Because the only thing I'd probably say on there, Mantle might be a good possibility to look at, but yeah, be very, very careful when because you're going to see a lot more of this stuff once we fully get into. I mean, we're already into the bear market, but in my opinion, we're almost near the end. But once you see that next leg up, you're going to see so many more of these sort of articles. It's going to be ridiculous. So this coin might be able to do this, coin might be able to do that. No, really, it's more likely not going to. Right? But yeah, so things are looking good. Very happy with my portfolio. Picked up some more Bitcoin yesterday, some XRP. Haven't bought anything today, but it's only 9:30 in the morning, so I probably will. So please like and subscribe. Subscribe and like. Get your ledger link in the description. Like I say, you can donate to the channel, to the wallets in the description using Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. And peace.